Good morning everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome guys, I hope you had a wonderful weekend, especially if you're in the UK with us having hot weather. We're not that used to it, but it has gone back down to the normal temperatures around 19-20 degrees where I live. So that's approximately about 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's and we've got a brisk wind as well. So it's gone chilly again now. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed your weekend, whether it be with your friends, family, work, or crafting and making beautiful arrangements. Right, today guys, I'm going to do a 12-inch grapevine wreath, and I'm going to do it a bit, I'd say, I don't know if it's the right word, but slightly looking a bit rustic colours. I've decided what we're going to use. I'm going to add in a bit of gold as well, so perhaps to help it along, looking a bit more, I don't know, rusticy colour, if that's the right word. So first of all, I have chosen out some pine needles, and these are, I think, the 7-inch, the 7-inch ones. I've took them out, I've got them in a bag. They come in a bag of about, I think when I ordered them, 30. So I've got these, and I'm going to, just pop a few of these around to give them that rustic or autumnal look as well. So we're going to use those. I don't know if I'm going to use these, but I've got out I've some oddments and some leftovers of my birch, which has got a bit of brown tone in the leaves as well. I've got out, let's just get things where they're organised, just a bit of green lavender, and I took these off a bunch earlier. I don't know where the bunch is. So here, took them off of this bunch, and I placed them on single picks just for that wispiness. So probably around the sides, or maybe on top. I have got out again another bunch of my grape leaves, with them having the seeds on and the autumnal look as well. I've got out just a few ferns where they have got a bit of red on the tips to add to that look as well that we're going for. I've pulled these off of a couple of stems, well, about 1.5 of the stem, and placed some longleaf willow on single picks to dot around on the outer side also. And I've also got out some of my wonderful gold bay leaves. Now I want to add those in for the bit of the gold effect, for the rustic look. And oh gosh guys, here we go. I've got out some twiggy bits, some twigs of like branches, empty branches, and I've got some longer ones that are left, and I've added in, I've took a couple, well, about 3 out of the shorter ones as well. I have got out some, just 2 stems, sorry, of the hypericum, where they've got a little bit of a brown tint on the berries. Some are just green and some have got brown. So we've got that. And at the same time, I've pulled off a, have I forgot one? Oh, I may have not glued it on correctly. But I pulled off some olive from the olive bush that I have, just to dot those around with them being dark. And I'm also incorporating some lotus heads as well. Again, for that rustic, that earthy look that I'm looking for. So I've just got 5. I buy them in a pack, just the heads, and then I just put glue on the picks at the bottom and pop them in. They're very easily to paste the picks in. They don't do any damage, and they just look fabulous. Out of the pine cones and these, I have a thing about these, especially at Christmas. I love using these. So for our floral, I have got out also some like browns and orangey type or sandy colour of our lavender, as well as the green. I have got out, now I've just grabbed these. I've got some of these, I don't know really what they are. I don't know if they are supposed to be little mini dahlias. I'm not quite sure. But I've got those because they're like in a very like, I don't know, light sandy tone. And then I've also got out some chrysanthemums as well in that colour. I have also got out some of the very, very, very pale lemon, just to add a bit of, instead of adding in the white, add a bit of pale lemon to lighten up the arrangement and to give it that lovely contrast from bouncing off of each other. And I've also got out just 5 I've pulled out of the wild lilies in gold as well. So I don't want to add too much gold, even though I do like it. So we've got those, and that's what we're going to use today for our project. If I just get everything back down with this end so they're not all in my way. Oh my good gracious. And I'm going to also, I've got a coffee to go with it. My son's just made me one. He's asked me if I want one before the video. And maybe me, guys. Oh, yes, please. So, it's his day off work. He don't work Mondays. So, I've got a cup of coffee. So, cheers. So, I'm going to bring the camera down. I have got a few bits on the floor as well, guys. I did get some oranges out. Oh, I've just dropped. I did get some oranges out, thinking I may add in some oranges. I still might, depends on how it looks against the gold. That's what I'm more concerned about. So I've cut these off a bunch as well. And I've also did get out some filler foliage with a bit of orange, but I think it's going away from the colour that we're using. And I've also got out some bigger dahlias as well, in case I think we may need them. So let's bring the camera down so we can get in and see what we are doing. Right, guys. Oh, and I have made a ribbon. I forgot to tell you this as well. I have made a ribbon. Now, I've got it in with the orange, but it's got a gold, like a gold coloured background on the autumn one. So hence the reason I've got the gold out. And I have put in the orange, the burnt orange effect for things like the lavender, excuse me, and maybe the oranges if I use them. So I've got a 2.5 inch, and then I have got a 1 inch glittery ribbon as well. So I've done the back loops at 6 inch, just 2, one either side. Then the second ones I've done at 5 inch. Then I've done these 2 orange ones either side at 5 inch. And then I've done this one at 4.5 inch in the centre. And I haven't done a 360 bow. I have done what I call a fan bow, where it goes over like that. And I am thinking of having it, instead of the centre, having it sitting, oh, here's my cat, having it sitting up here. Stay there. just offset to one side and the tail end's going down to the other side. So that is how I'm thinking of placing the bow today. Right, so let's start placing. Do I place in the ferns first? Yeah, I'm going to place in the ferns first, with them being right at the back and with them being long as well and quite wide. I did get a message asking why when I leave the one side of the grapevine, why don't I fill it up? And I did reply to a lovely lady and state that it's the design that I've created, which is called a crescent shape wreath, which is only done basically half away, like a moon. So I'm gonna start up here. I didn't want these on the front. If I would have had the smaller ones, I may have placed a few on the front. So I want these as our support for all the other foliage and florals, what will sit above. So let me just and I'm going to start on the outer side here, and I'm placing it just under my hook because I don't want it to glue the hook down in case I need to move it or adjust it. If you find that some of these are a bit too, your leaves are in the way, you can always just chop off the bottom parts of your leaf here or just pull them off. And then now I've gone on the outside with there, I'm going on the inside with this one because I'm doing, as I call the zigzag arrangement, or placement should I say, not arrangement. I don't want too many because they are quite big. So what I was wanting to do is go on the outside here with that one. Let's get this one. I'm going to just pull these bottom two off. And then go on the inside as well with that one. And then these I'm just going to place here. Again, I don't want a lot in. So we're going to bring that one there. And then that one here. So I've just got it like that. This is a very thin wreath, so I'm going to keep checking if any of the stems go through the back. So now I want to get my willow and I want to place in the willow. I'll just get a few out to start with. And I'm going to go in between here at the top. Then I'm going to do the same at the bottom. Go in between these two, but place this on the top. Oops. That's not feeling like it's grabbing, guys. So if you can't feel it, you know, grabbing fairly tightly in the wreath, then just pull it out and reposition it. better. And what I'm doing with the foliage is creating my boundary, which basically means how far I want the wreath, you know, to come out. And also, you know, out here creating my line and the shape of my wreath. So that's what I'm doing by placing these in first. Let's just push that on in a little bit more. Don't like that one, it's a bit. Now I want to bring one coming on the inside. I'll cut the stem shorter because I don't want it going too far over to the other side that I won't see the wreath. I don't mind if I see some of the grapevine through today because it's that rustic or look that I'm trying to aim for. Oops, I've just pulled that off. Oh, I've just pulled it off and I can't get now the stem out. Oh, there we go. Let me put another one on. Silly me. Wipe off any glue that's seeping out. Just try and push it in a little bit more. I think that should have gone there. Let's just have a look. No, that's okay there. I may put some on the ends as well. I like to bring some right on the tip where we're going to finish to create, as we call, like a bookend. Just lift that up a little bit. So that's what we're going to do with those. I don't need no more of those as of yet. I may add something else in later if I think I need it. Now I'm going to add in our grape leaf, with it being big as well. You can turn these leaves around if they are facing in a different direction. I'm just going to manipulate the stem so it's not, you know, straight. And I'm keeping within now the line that I've created. just turn that one a little bit. I don't know what's wrong with my cat. He's got one of those days where he's just following me everywhere I go. I think if I had a blanket down, he would go to sleep on it, but I don't. Not today. It's in the washing machine. Let's wipe that glue off. There's a bit much glue, bit too much glue there, what's drying. And we still want to be able to get our other stems in. And then we've got this one, what I'm going to place in the centre. So we've placed that one like that. Now I want to be placing in my pine needles. I don't know, I just grabbed a bunch out the bag. I didn't really count. I'm going to add some at the back and maybe the odd one at the top as well. See if I've got I've pulled out enough to do a zigzag. So I'm going to go just in where start where the willow is on the outer side. Oh my gosh, I've tied these up. There we go. Oh, my drink. I mustn't forget my drink. So then I'm going to go in here as well. Bring one inwards. So I'm doing the zigzag. Oops, I've just gone to place a bit of the pine needle in the glue. So I'll just chop that off before it sets. And just keep going round again, out, in, and then out again with the placement of them. And that's where you're forming your zigzag. You can choose how far you want to be placing them apart when you're doing the zigzag. It's entirely your decision. You can go, you know, where there's one here, you could bring the next one here on the outside and then go in. Oh, well, that's out. You can bring the next one here on the inside and then out. You can space them as wide as you want apart. I want them a little bit closer. going to place that one there before I come to the centre. I've got 2 left. So that's in, so we want one on the outside. There. And I think this one I'm going to have around there. I don't like where this willow is, guys. It's in the wrong place. It should be around here. So let's just reposition that. Take the glue, the old dried glue off. There. We have now, and don't be afraid to lift up your stems to give them that volume instead of it looking flat. Give them a little lift. So we have that at the moment. Now I wanted to add in the twiggy bits. Now I've got a couple of long stems. I wasn't sure, and then I've got the 3 of the smaller ones, and they only come on stems like that. They're not big stems. I'm just going to place them to see the effect, and if I like that effect, yeah, I'm going to place them in instead. I'm not so sure about the longer ones, so let's get these smaller ones in. If you can't find any twigs or anything, but yet on your garden you've got a tree that is, or the leaves have fallen off, cut off some branches of your tree, guys, and they are just as effective. I've done that many times and used real ones, and it just looks as fabulous. I think that one's pushing in a little bit more. Just bend it outwards. It has got some wire in it. So I've now added, oh, I've just took that off from somewhere. Oh my good gracious me. It's got to be on the end. I know it has. Because there's nothing here on the end. Oh, it's there. Put it on a new pick. And let's just place that back in. feel it's in the right position. Right. Now I want to just grab our bow and place that in. I tend to place in the bow slightly further as we go, you know, once I've placed in my main bits of foliage, then I add the bow. And I've left a small gap under here as I want it, like there, and then the tail hands hanging over there at an angle instead of straight down. So let me just move these out of the way so I can see my grapevine. I've got a weaving needle. I place a piece of the wire through and then push it through the wreath so it gives me more control and it goes through immediately than trying to get it through and struggling. So I want it at an angle like that. So where's the other? I've got to find the other piece first. Oh, here we go. Right, before I fasten it, I'll just push, you know, place it into the position I'd like it to sit, which is like that. And then one. I can't find the other side now. Oh my good gracious me. Oh, it's here, look. I couldn't see it. It was hiding within the pine needles. Then twist. I'll just cut that little excess off. Whoops-a-daisy. And then the wire I will bend it over and place it back inside the wreath. And this is just so it doesn't scratch your door. And let's sit our bow now in the position that I'd like it. Just fluffing it up again. I've made the fan shaped bow. Just something's in the way. Some people like to place in the bows first. It's everybody to their own, guys. You know, there's no right or wrong way. I just tend to like to place mine after I've placed in the majority of my foliage. So I want it like that. Just see if any just bend those over as in the inside as we're working around. I don't really know whether I want these. Oh, they do look pretty. I may bring some of these longer ones that I've cut down on the outer side. So let's just, let's cut a few to start with. I need some new clippers. I've had these a while. So let's start up here, right on the end again, as I like to place things on the end that I'm using around the rest of the wreath. And things like this are just add to filling in a few gaps on the outside if you have any. Just something a bit longer. Keep going around till I get to the other end. And then we add one on the end here as well. So we've placed on our birch on the outer side. I'm not sure, these are some of the leftovers, so I'm not sure if I want the odd one. I may want the odd one. Let's just pop the odd one in on top. One where around where the bow is. One around the center. I think I ought to just take the band off instead of struggling. Maybe bring that one there. And just place that one there as well. Let's just check the back. Oh, I can see just one here. Now, what's that from? Right, that one's from this one. So I'm going to cut that one a little bit shorter. So we have that effect now. So I'm not going to place any more of these in. I don't think they're needed at the moment. Now I have these wispy bits. I'll place those in at a later stage. Now I'm going to add in some of these. Now I'm going to add one. Let me just add this one in here first. I'll have a look with the others. Excuse me. Now I'm just placing again them in where I think they would look nice. I think that would be better there. Oops, oh, I've just knocked off a leaf from somewhere. I think this one needs to go further here. More there. Just get one more. And I'm going to place that one on the outside, yeah. So that's where I'm going to place the golden bay leaf. I'm going to place just one on the outer side around there. Again, I'm lifting it slightly so it can be seen. And there as well. So yeah, we've got that. I don't want to place in any more. I think with the lotus, I definitely want one here. I will place those in at a later stage. Now, let's see. Do I place in the roses? Yeah, let's get the roses in. And I'm going to again place them one on either end, because I want that finishing end, you know, on the bottom just to finish it off, so it just doesn't look, you know, lonely and there's no colour there. So we're going to add that in on either end of the wreath. I'm going to bring one here. One around here. And I'm going to bring one there. And I'm lifting them up so they're not sunk flat. I want that height from them. Let's just just have a look if I feel that it does look right. I don't know if you can hear the banging, guys, on that's the wind. I've got an arrangement or outside and it's just slightly banging on there, on the, you know, with the wind banging on the wall. I will put these olives in later. I'm just trying to decide. I think it's going to be these ones in. Let's just cut a few down to start with. With our autumn lavender. Oh my gosh, I can't get in it to cut it. And I'm going to do the same with these. I may actually have some of these on top as well. Place these in around the side for a bit of movement. We'll start on the side first. Oh, it's not catching. Let's get a bit of glue on it. There we go. And then one near the end again as well. there. I've got glue attached to me. So with the others, I may bring some up above. Not too many. And I'm placing them, I've got the two on the outside here, and I'm placing this one in the middle of them, so it gives that triangular position on the end. Let's just pop that through there. So I'm not going to place any more in. I have got the green, but I don't know. I may use those as a bit of filler. Let's have a look at our floor. I think I may add some of these in. Some has a bit of depth as well. Some around the sides, with us having the roses up above. Some behind our bow, place one in there. I think that's gone through, yeah. Just reposition it. Bring one in there as well. And again, I'm just bringing these around the side, so I, you know, on above the fern, the big fern that were placed in at the beginning. Let me just do that one again. I think the stem's a little bit too long. just pulled something, so let's reposition that. So I've just placed those in, as you can see, around the side, just as colour to bring it down and around the side. You don't just want to keep it, you know, just plain. Add some of that interest. The gold, now I may bring around this level. I may place these on picks to keep them smaller and save the stems. Let's just, now then. There we go. And wiping the glue off that seeped out as I place the stem in. One, two. So I'm going to save those stems. I hope you've got better weather, guys. As I stated one day last week, if you ever come into the UK, make sure you bring a coat and a jumper, a couple of jumpers and that, because one minute it can be nice and warm, or I'll say warm, guys. Our warm isn't as hot as what it is in the States. I think us in the Britain, we want it nice and hot, but as soon as it gets hot, we moan because it's too hot. Because we're not used to that sort of weather. I know a lot of people in the States have asked, you know, what I've seen on TV, why don't the Britons have air conditioning? The reason we don't have it fitted in our house or in our homes is because the weather we get isn't hot enough to have, well, we don't get hot enough weather to be having air conditioning installed. So basically, if we can have it, if we want it, then people tend to go out and buy some air conditioning fans that you can stand on the floor, things like that, because we don't usually get hot weather. So that's the reason you don't see a lot of air conditioning in the UK in our homes like you would in the States. I know you may probably find that quite bizarre, but it's just the temperatures over here, they don't get hot enough. But there's nothing saying we can't have them. Right, so I'm going with these, I'd say around here. Let's bring that fern in. Place that there. I might go out and then maybe I don't want it too close to this leaf. I want to give it some space. So I might bring the odd one on the bit more on top. Definitely bring one round where the bow is. Let's have a look. And I think I'm going to bring one on the inside, just to give a bit of this gold coming on the inside as well. So try, you know, try to remember to always, if you're doing a crescent one or any really, bring a bit of the colour on the inner side as well, to show that you're balancing it out and using it around. I will fluff up the bow near more the end. So we brought a bit of that gold in. I don't think I need the hypericum, I don't know. It was just another option. Again, we've got these. Do I use them? I don't want to. I may use just a small amount of them. I don't want to place in too many. Just bring those there. I can just get them. Some have got a darker colour on, so I'm trying to go for the ones with a light colour, like that one. So 1, 2, maybe here around there, and just have the 3, and put one near where the bow is. I think I'll do that, because we've still yet to get our lotus heads in as well. I may have not, I haven't cut that down. Oh my good gracious me. So let's just lift up our ribbon so I can see underneath. Got a fern leaf in the way. Let me take that back out. I'm just going to lift it so it can sit where the bow is. So now we've got that at the moment. Isn't that looking pretty? So I've got our lotus heads we're going to place in next. So we're going to have one here. we're going to place one around this area. I'm just going to place them in. I want one. Again, I'll just try and pop it in around there. If I can sit it in, it's not. So I'm going to do that there. Place those in there. So let's, as you can see, I've placed some of those on there. I can't place where the bow is one on top, so I just go underneath the bow on here. I'll bring that one there. And just going around. I'll bring that one in there where the roses are. And then the last one on here. Let me bring it there. So now we've got, I may reposition that one a little bit. How do I? No, we'll keep it like that. So now we've got those in our lotus heads as well. Don't they look pretty? Let me just look if there's any stems popping out at the back. I keep mistaking some of the pine needles for some stems, but it's not. It's just one. A little, well, I say popping out. It's just about a couple of millimeters. That's all. So we've now placed in those. Let's bring that there, I think. Do we, don't we? Yeah. If you feel you want to add a little bit more extra gold leaf in, you know, feel free to. It all depends on how much you want to add in yourself. I think I've something around, let me stand up, guys. Something there is needed. Do I place in just one of these? It's just something here. No, I don't want a long leaf on top. So let me just oh, I know I've got one of these left of the grape, the longer stems. So I'm going to just chop off oh, it's caught. There we go. And I may. My cat won't move, guys. Honestly, he is exceptionally stubborn. He's really, really stubborn. It's like he's got that sort of, I'm not moving, sort of attitude. He's very nosy, very nosy. Yeah, I think. And if I did that, I do have some like gold fern as well. I may place a bit of gold fern around the edge. I don't think I need those. I will bring in these olives with them being dark. Let me just grab the gold fern as well. So I do have this as well. I just want to see what this looks like on the outer side. Yeah, I think we'll add that in as well. So first of all, I'm going to place these in because I've got too much of a gap around here. And I don't want it that much of a gap. So I decided to spread it and do the same around here. I can. Yeah, so you can only just see the tips of a bay leaf. So I think we need to just add in that little bit extra gold leaf. Not much. I don't want to overpower it. I can't seem to get that one in very well. Let me just take it out and cut it a little bit shorter. There we have it. Where else did I say here? It's a what? there also. Squash the loop. So we'll do that. We've got those grape leaves in. I'm going to place in some of our gold fern. I don't know, let's see if I need to place it in this little cluster as one or place them on pits. I think the cluster's too much on this occasion. Let me just try it with one. Because I just want basically the gold tips showing around the edge. You know, just popping through there like that. I don't want a cluster where we'd got, I'd find there was too much there. So just, you know, dotting them around. And that's the best thing about the artificial. You can pull the leaves off or flowers and place them around singular. So let's just chop. So let's start up here. And I'm going to do the same, and these are all going on the outer side. I can't get that one to go in properly. Let's take that glue off. My goodness. Just get that. We'll just put in some more on picks. Just follow around from where we've gone. And I want one more on the end. And there we have that one. Just debating whether to stick this one on the inside with it just having these two left. We'll put them again right at the bottom. I don't want them sticking out too much. Just so there's that little, just the tips of them popping through. So I've placed them on the inside here. Let me just check. I feel something scraping. I keep thinking it's the wood, some of the wood, because I haven't tidied this wreath up today. Let me just get rid of the so that's what we have. I don't want no more. So we're going to go now down to placing in our olives. So I'm going to dot these olives around. Thought one had fell off. So I'm going to bring these around. I don't know, how many have I got? Let's count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I could have, mind you, one. I've just seen one was only got 1 on it. So we don't use that one. So 9. So I might place 5 on top and just 4 slightly lower. Just, you know, so you see more of them on the top. So let's place one with the roses to start with. Or I may place them all on the top, we'll see. Because they're only small. So we want to get a, you know, quite a nice view of them. The lovely colour. As well. We'll bring some, let's just, can't see past the grape leaf. There we go. I'm not placing these in any particular way. Just where I feel that they would look nice against, say, like this golden leaf. If I can get it in. It's not going in. Let's try again. We won't let it defeat us. As well as get everything off my nails. There we go. Some you will see, some you won't see. I haven't done it so you see them all. You know, some I'm using as depth. They are quite, you know, dark, so you won't notice them. If you'd rather have an orange berry placed in, you know, that's fine. Let's just bend the top of the stem so it doesn't look too much. I think I want to place one around here where the ribbon is. Excuse my head, guys, it's very rude of me. Bring it through. Oops. Let's get one around here, I think. Just again, squeeze it in. See, so I've got one there, one there. I may bring one there. Just here. Oh, I've got one there. I'll pull that out. I didn't see that. My fault. That's how good they are to disguise. Let's just get that glue off that seed. So then, let's see. Got any around here? Cut it again. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? Just sit that one there. Now this one's only got one on, so I don't know where the other one's popped off. So I'm going to place that up with the bow as well. Just get that in there. And just now fluff our bow. I didn't want a 360 bow. I did want the fan bow, but because I wanted to be able to just see a bit of colour from a ribbon. And I like the fan bow when it's all closed together like this. The only thing, because I've got the pine underneath, it's hard to keep the loops open fully without the pines squashing them shut closer. So the thing is, all you can do is whatever's below that's stuck in that, just slightly move it out the way. That pine there. If it's preventing you from straightening it up and fluffing it. So, I think that one needs to be there a little. So that is, I think I've put our project for today, guys. Let me just and I think that is beautiful. By adding a little bit of gold, you know, I've had more than I wanted to in, but I thought it was needed, you know, around the sides as well. Again, bring it around the sides what you've got on top if you can, or if it, you know, looks, or, you know, like it blends well and balances out. You know, don't be afraid to just add a bit more. I did get some acorns out. They only come on little stems, single ones. See, they could, because of the colour. I wonder if I could pull those little stems out and add my own in. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Oh, you know me, guys. If I can do it, I will do it. So again, we've got the olives in. We could add these in just to go, and they do add a little bit more interest, because I'm a true believer, if it doesn't add interest, any more interest to your arrangement, then I wonder if I can go through there. It's solid. If it doesn't add any more interest to your arrangement, then take it, you know, and you've already placed it in, and you're looking at it and you're in doubt. And I say, if you're in doubt, take it out if you've already placed it in. But if you haven't placed it in, and you're just basically bringing it up, and you're doing this and looking to see where it'd look nice, and then if you're still in doubt, leave it out, because it won't, you know, you won't be happy once you've placed it in, and you still keep looking at that same position and where you've placed certain foliage or floral, and you keep glancing at it, then you need to take it out, and you won't be happy until you do take it out. So I'm a true believer of that. I've done it when I very first started out, placing as much as I could in, you know, just to give it that fullness and things like that. And it was my tutor many years ago who said the same words to me. So let me just get these. I think the reason I'm going to add these is because of the colour of the ribbon as well. And I think I'm going to dot these around as well. Doesn't matter if they're where the olives are. I'm not, you know, particularly trying to prevent them being around the olives, even though I've just got that caught. It's just to add a little bit extra colour in. It looks nice with the olives. Just trying to find a gap now amongst all of this. Let me just place one on the ends. How do I have a small one there? So I may stick this one to the ribbon. Just place it there, and this one as well, with them being on the pick. Get that off. And bring one there as well on the inside. I'm going to bring some of these also on the near to the outside as well, just to give a bit of this colour on the outer side, so it's not all on the inside. Bring one up there. There. So we've added those in as well. We may as well. Don't you think, guys? And again, the ribbon tail ends I want just going off down to that side. So that is our project completed for today. A lovely autumnal arrangement, using, you know, the browns, a bit of burnt orange in the ribbon, some pale lemon colours, gold, and again your rich dark brown with your dark brown olives, your autumn coloured leaves with green and like a deep red in them, some berries where they've got a bit of red and green as well, and your bay leaves, and some lavender was like a sandy colour. And just by adding those sort of tones in, and a ribbon as well that's got those tones as well, it makes it blend out wonderfully and makes it look really pretty. So I'm just going to place it on the easel. Let's just get it up there. Is there any stems at the back coming through first? No. Wonderful. There we have it. So let's just turn it around. I'm just going to bring up the camera, guys. Oh, I nearly trod on all the flowers. Right, so let's get it brought upwards. If I can get the stand. There we have it. So guys, this is our lovely autumnal wreath with, again, as I've just stated, with your gold incorporated into it, with very pale lemon, your chestnuts here, also with a bit of the burnt orange in what goes with the ribbon. You've got your fern where it's got the lovely rich tint of red on the ends. Your fabulous lotus heads. Some call them pods, lotus pods. It's still the same thing. And then your wonderful wild lily. I think it's an oriental lily in gold. And your lavender. And using your oak, your grape leaves with red in. You don't have to use grape leaves. You could use the maple leaves, you know, if you've got those. I've got glue on here. You could excuse me, I've got birch leaves in here with a bit of tiny tone of brown in them. If you haven't got birch, you could use ficus, ruscus, you know, eucalyptus. You can get the autumnal colour in eucalyptus as well. I've added my pine needles in. You don't have to have these pine needles. If you've got the smaller pine needles, if I pull one off of this garland, if you've got these ones instead, you could use those and have them dotted around instead to give it that autumn feel, which actually that looks quite nice. And place those in. If you don't want to use roses, you could use things like if you wanted a sunflower, or you could use some hydrangeas, with that being autumnal. If you've got the autumnal colour hydrangeas, you can get the browns and things. And I've put these little, I think the dahlias, around the side. If you haven't got those, you know, don't worry about it, guys. You could either put, you know, again, little rosebuds around the side, or you could put oh crikey me, there could be all sorts, cosmos, you know, or things like rudbeckia, you know, anything like that. What's an autumnal flower? You don't have to place in an autumnal flower, you know, I'm just giving you a few ideas. You could place in a daisy if you like. That would look really nice. And anything like that, just to give it that bit of a rusty look, woody effect. I think that's the right word. If it's not, sorry, it's just my way of looking at it. And if you don't want a ribbon in it, guys, you don't have to have a ribbon. It's just me. I just wanted that crunched up fan effect, where it was looking really compact and tight together. I didn't want it loose. That was my aim, to have it like that, and then bring the tail ends off to the right, down, you know, diagonally, instead of hanging them straight down or over the floral. And then, you know, if you haven't got the long leaf willow, you could just use a shorter leaf willow, or just place in a few more ferns, or you could have, oh crikey, again, ficus, you could add in some more of that. Oak leaves, if you have those as well, or maple, anything, guys, like that would look fabulous. And if you haven't got these, Lotus says, and you've got pine cones, use pine cones instead. You know, don't go out and sort of like, you know, if you don't really need to, you know, spend a lot, because artificial flowers can be expensive, you know, but if you can place in the pine cones instead, they would look just as fabulous. So, and if you are, you know, got some seeds as well, you know, or just berries. I mean, I've put in the olives, but if you've got an olive branch, you could use the olive branch as well and place in those in for your foliage also. And then if you've got some seed heads or anything like that, you could pop a few seed heads around, and you could put in some, oh crikey, lavender, like I've placed in this. You could have just, you know, maybe orange lavender, white lavender, cream coloured lavender, you know, ivory, it's, or, you know, a stilby. That would be another, you know, one to try out with it as well. But I'm sure you will make a fabulous job. So give it a go, guys, and I'm sure you probably won't want to sell it. You probably want it on your own door. So if that's so, great stuff. So I want you to, if you know, incorporate the gold along with it. Just add something in it that is, you know, gold, whether it, something that you probably would have used for your Christmas arrangements. Go and have a rummage through your bucket or your box and have a look for something in gold, what you could add in to sort of like lift that rustic feel and add something a bit different to it instead of just the reds and oranges. Bring in some gold. So Please subscribe, share and like, guys. You know, to everybody who you know, to your colleagues, to your neighbours, cousins, aunts, uncles, bring them along, guys. Come and have them to come and sit down and watch, you know, us create something beautiful. And also, again, as I say many times, it may, you know, spark something off in their head, what may think, I want to have a go at that. And then they'll probably come addicted, just like I used to be, well, still am. So, have a wonderful day. Again, press that subscribe button and send us, you know, a comment, guys. I'm always answering comments. And press that like as well. That really does help to get my business noticed. Have a wonderful day. If it's sunny where you are, have a fabulous day. Drink plenty of water. If you're in the UK where I am and it's not as sunny today, you know, take care and enjoy the rest of your day, no matter what. So, God bless, guys. Good health. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, let's just have a quick close-up, guys. Let's just take that camera off the stand. Oh, gosh, it's not focusing in again. Right, is that better? I don't know what I do. It's just not focusing. Let me try and sort it. Why isn't it focusing? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure. Usually when I press that button, it zooms in and focuses on the arrangement. So I just looks a bit well, not cloudy, shadowy. Oh, I don't know what I pressed there, but it's done it. It's done it. Right, there we go. There's our lotus heads or pods, whichever you call them, guys, which I adore. There's our wonderful gold bay leaf, our beautiful ribbon with the orange, and it's not the glitter that comes off. It doesn't come off in your fingers. Our 1 inch and then our 2.5 inch of the autumnal one. And our lovely wild lilies. I nearly said, oh, I nearly coughed then. I nearly said our Veronica. Our lavender. There's our grape leaf with the seeds there. Our lovely pine needles. Our gold fern. And then our fern at the back with the red tips as well. Our lovely birch. Also, I don't know if you can see. I can't find it with the brown tips on. And our beautiful roses. It's a bit squashed, so I'll fluff that up a bit. And our olives, along with the nuts as well. You could add in oranges if you like as well, guys. There's some of our baby mums. Oh, our twiggy bits. We can't forget the twiggy bits. Let's expose the twiggy bits if we can. Because I have placed them around the back. I'm going to place my hand behind. There's the twiggy bits as well. I can't remember. Oh, have I said everything, guys? I can't. Oh, and the little baby dahlias at the top as well. So I think I've said it all. I'm not quite sure, but my apologies if I haven't. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope you give it a go and have plenty of fun with it and enjoy. So take care, everybody. I love you to bits, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.